Today I'm going to be working on a garage door opener. It's the Genie model 1042 and the gear is stripped that runs the belt. So it gives you an idea what's going on. That gear is completely stripped inside. I'm going to have to lower this whole unit down a little bit so I can get to the bolts to get in here. So make sure you unplug the unit before you work on this. I'm just going to put a safety rope here because where I have to lower this unit down, I don't want it to fall. So you see I've got the unit setting on the rope. Alright, now again, you may not have to do this, but where my opener is flush with the ceiling, I had to bring this down. So you can skip this entire step. Go ahead and remove the track from the power head. Go ahead and disconnect the door from the track and just pull on the emergency rope and just move that to one side, and now that's disengaged from the track itself. Next we got to go over to the other end here and loosen up this pulley. So on the door side you have this idler pulley that you have to loosen up, and to do that there's a threaded rod or a threaded bolt that goes all the way in. You need to take your wrench, go up underneath and loosen that up. Okay, and loosen it up until there's enough slack taken off this here. Now once you've loosened up that threaded bolt, that pulley should slide this way and you should be able to take that belt and roll it right up over the top, just like that. Now I'm going to remove the two top screws and the two bottom screws. Now that the belt is all loosened up, we should be able to pull it out this way, and you can see the gear is completely gone. And just lift up on this ever so slightly and you should be able to pull the old one right out. Just tweak a little bit more. And there it is. As you can see, the teeth are all gone. So here it is, the Sprocket belt 14 tooth. I did the research on the opener and it says this is what I need. Now get your new gear, make sure it matches up, and it does nicely. And if you notice, it doesn't come with the bushings on either side. You have to remove them from the old pulley. So just take that off like that, turn that around, pull that one off, and just place it on your new gear, just like that. Do the same thing with the bottom one. Okay, and just place it back in there. Those are keyed, okay? So it's round and it's keyed. Now, it comes with two bolts to bolt the front of this down. I'll show you. It's riveted in. You can grind those off and bolt it in. And I'm not going to bother with that. I'm just going to use the this piece here, the plastic piece with the two screws to hold it in place. If you drill those out, okay, you'll be able to pull that whole plate right off. And it comes with two bolts that you can replace it with. But all I did is I just lifted the end up and pulled the gear out. Now in your application, probably all you need to do is set that back on top of the motor. But with mine, I've got to bring the motor back down. And now we're going to roll this right back on the other pulley. And now we're going to tighten this back up, take the slack out of the belt. Now I just got it all put back together and I plugged it in, and I got my remote here, and I'm just going to do a quick test run. Appears to be doing just fine. So go ahead and hook the door back up and give it a shot. And there we are, back in business. When you get the sprocket, this was in the package, and it's a step-by-step on how to do it. Again, I did not drill out these two holes right here, and it comes with the 2 bolts to replace the rivets once you've drilled them out. But everything is here like I had shown you. There's new sprocket, you place it in, loosen up the chain like I showed you, and you're good to go.